Hello, Opening Pathways viewers. It's good to see you again. And today I have Tanya Yakhontova, and she is with us. She's the CEO of Spartan AI. Welcome to Opening Pathways, Tanya.
Hello, Tom, and hello, everyone. So nice being here. Tom, thank you very much for the invitation.
It's great to have you here. I'm going to jump right in. I want to know if you could tell us a little bit about Spartan AI and also what sparked your idea to start it and get involved.
Yes, sure. So Spartan is the company which was created in 2022, and all these talks about AI, I started and spread it all over, and people started to be involved into this technology and started to use it in all the ways and all the means they would like to do that. So they understood that the life is much easier, the questions can get answers, and this is the easiest way to find any kind of information, turning around them. And we started our company with this idea, but very, very fast, I started to think about the security, because we all persons and we all put into the system our data, and this data can be stolen from anybody because of the long path of the information from your device, from in your thoughts and your head into the huge system of and storage of all the information. So we decided to do the most secure AI which can one imagine. That's why the company was named as a Spartan. It's we are people who defend every and each person from those who would like to harm. Or harm here, we understand the thief of information and of the personality. I am the one who is in charge of the idea of the path of the communication around the company and our product. And of course, I have a great team of developers and all those people who do all the stuff which no one can see. I mean, development, coding, design, and all the rest, which is connected with what we see, but most of us do not know how does it work.
I love this. Well, we're going to jump right in into some more personal questions about you, Tanya, that we want to know today. So, as I've met people on this podcast, I learned quickly that someone early in their life was either a role model or someone special that was part of who they are today. Who is that for Tanya?
Okay, so I have a long history of my background when I was young, and I was always trying to be kind of inventor and involved into different kind of adventures. I was trying to be inventor of different events. For example, I liked the theater and all social means of entertainment, theater, ballet, opera, and so on. I started to work at the theater, and that was the director of the theater was from Poland, and he made very innovative as point of view of that time plays. For example, he made Hamlet in a new interpretation, like the idea is the same, but almost no fancy suits, fancy dresses, very little of furniture on the stage. And he made those plays for people to see and hear, and not to draw their attention to the to feel the atmosphere, not to see the items. So that was very, very innovative, and not everyone could understand and see that kind of place, but still I liked it, and I was involved in it.
I love it.
I then afterwards, thank you. From that time, I liked the communication with people. I understood that people always write in their own way. You have, and you do not have to be offended by people world and their words, because it's just their mind. They think like this and this, obviously. And one or another person didn't want to offend you or tell you sometimes what you heard. You accept it on yourself from your side. And my life became easier, when I understood that. And it became easier to communicate with all the people. More than that, I like to stick to details. Countries, I'm trying to be just a little bit, at least a little bit, involved into their culture, in their living, and understand how to communicate with them, what can like or dislike one or another person from one or another part of the country.
Yes, yes. So tell me
So
something.
that,
Go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I just wanted to say that made me easier to work, in the society where different people are compiled within one and the same project. For example, if it is dedicated teams, or to communicate with different customers from any part of the world, just to understand their points of view and what they expect from us to have, because not always people expect to have from us what we understand they would like to have. So, this difference is pretty much obvious when you understand the culture and nature.
Yes, yes. How have you changed
Okay,
since you
so
started at Spartan?
um, how did I,
What has changed about Tanya since you
can you
started at
please repeat
Spartan?
the, uh, uh, changes?
With you
So
personally, how have you changed?
actually, yes. Um, Spartan is like my own creature, and I started to think more in a free way, and I started to give more of my opinions, more of my thoughts, more of my crazy thoughts, more of my crazy behavior with the team, because the team is my trusted team. I mean, in the middle of the one or another idea discussion and so on. So now I started to make more jokes and to have more fun.
Good. Fun is important when we work hard.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it
Eh,
is.
Yes, because the work is harder when you do not have fun.
I agree. I agree. So tell me, what personal values have guided you from the start?
So, first of all, I wanted to be recognized. Okay, maybe it's allowed speaking, but still, I wanted people to understand me, and I wanted to be, I wanted my name within kind of society, and to be heard, and to be recognizable. Something like, you have a chat, you speak about, for example, AI, and one say, oh yeah, that's Tanya, and all in the group, and they know what is the point, what is the saying about. So, and I wanted to be myself, just show who I am, the true, and without masks, and without lies, or without being convenient, but well, for people to accept me as I am.
Tell us about a risky decision you had to make recently and what gave you the courage to do it.
So the risky decision it was some time ago when we were about to release our version of Spartan, and I looked around, and I understood that it is not what I expected to have, and it is not what people on a great demand. That a lot of companies has the same, and but it was already before the endpoint, before the release, and so the work was very all the team, and said that something in each point. I know what kind of pain it will bring to people. Some of them will be disappointed, some of them will be excited, but still I decided that we have to do that, and that was really challenging. First, it was challenging to announce to the team. And the second one was to start everything from the beginning, almost everything from the beginning, and just to stick to the idea. But still, I thought at that point, I thought not only about our team, I thought about the I can call them customers, but for me, they are just users, and they are just people who everywhere around us, in any kind of industry, and in the store, while we are shopping, in the, I don't know, governmental facility, when we are sitting in the row. So all of them, they are potential users of the system, which we would like to provide for the best quality, for best quality of life, because it's very important to feel that you're safe.
Yes, yes, yes. Tell us about your leadership style, Tanya.
My leadership is, is jumping from the very fun and to the very strict. Because sometimes the biggest problem you can see is nothing compared to the small problem, small item from the first view. which can grow in a while to the harmful thing. So sometimes nobody knows what kind of reaction will be from my side, because sometimes it's a great gap or a problem which my team can see in one or another piece of the project, and they expect me to blow up and have a very strict conversation, and trying and finding the way of decision and so on. But sometimes, and it appears that it's not like that. I can make jokes. I can say, okay, it's a very, very good job that you've done it, because we know where the problem may appear in the future and so on. But sometimes they think that, oh, we could not even tell Tanya that we have a problem here. But at this point, they can be, I can be strict, like I don't know, this is the point what I do, but I don't think it's really right, because the silence is harmful. So everybody knows that if I'm not talkative, if I'm not joking, if I'm very short with answers and not talkative, so that means they've done something wrong. That means that they have to cope with the issue as soon as possible. Not for me to be like that, because they feel very uncomfortable when I'm in that kind of mood.
I see. I see. How does Tanya know when to pivot or push through?
I always try to think in advance. So I'm trying to indicate what will cause one or another issue in the future, and it will depend on my reaction. I think that it's the most indicator how I can react. So it's just kind of provisioning of the situation, of the behavior, of the mood, and what circumstances it will lead to.
I see. Tell me something about leadership that no one ever prepared you for. What were you surprised about leading people?
Yes, it's a good question. Thank you very much for that. With understanding that all people are different, you're still trying to make a team out of them. And but they may be disagree with each other inside of the team. They may even not tell me, and this is the situation which I always afraid of. If I do not know something inside of the team, that may be according to the work, that may be according to the personal attitude to one or each other, or somebody said something offensive to somebody and so on. And it's, within the all work I'm doing by my own, in my direction, I still wouldn't like to have something wrong inside of the team. So nobody ever told me about those issues. I always, thought, okay, I gathered a great team of people and so put tasks and they're working. But now the work can be stuck because of misunderstanding inside of the team. So, but you still have to make them do one work in the same direction, and sometimes it's extremely hard to cheer them up and to fix all the situation inside of the team. This is the first thing. The other thing is about comparing different teams. So it took me some time to take several teams and organize them to work with each other. So to pass all and exact information to each other, and to share thoughts, and to know that something that is obviously for one team is unknown for the other team. So, we had different one-on-ones, team with the team conversations, and so that was pretty much difficult to lead several teams in one direction.
Tell me something, Tanya. How do you define success, but beyond the typical metrics or meeting milestones? What does success mean to you beyond just those metrics and milestones?
The success, it's like a firework. It always starts with one shot and grew into thousands of different lights. So success of one person is first to reach one measurement which you set in front of you, and then before that it's coming to the success of one measurement, you already know what the measure will be, the next one, what step should be done to have the next light of the firework. And so success is never enough. I think so.
Interesting.
So it's like, I don't know. You can. It's like something you can addict to, and when you reach success once, you cannot stop anymore. You want more and more and more, and so the main point is never stop to dream, and never stop to want to put in front of you the next step of completion.
Yes. How does Tanya balance being a leader with being a learner?
I think that leader never stops to be learner. So the leadership is the role where you have to learn, because you can never know as much as other people know. So to lead a group of people, you need to know what they're doing, right? And to show your example, that you're aware of their job, work, behavior, I don't know, whatever, in what kind of industry your work is. So the leadership means a little bit more than your team. So the leader never if the leader stop to learn, so he can't be a leader anymore. But
I like
that's
that.
up to me. That's my point.
I like that. How does Tanya stay aligned on her purpose, staying aligned when the day-to-day grind is hard and there's a lot of things to meet and a lot of things that are pulling on you and drawing you down? How do you keep yourself aligned?
I thought about that not long time ago, and I thought I was exhausted, but then because there was a lot of work, a lot of meeting, a lot of conversations, I couldn't even stop drinking because, well, I was talking so much and so with such different people from different industries, and I had to keep everything in my mind. Whom to talk to and what kind of profit, what kind of the conclusion from the conversation I received. So everything had to be on paper, in my notebook, in my I don't know, devices and so on. And well, I just started to have a fun of this, because when you start to have fun, you're not exhausted anymore. So I made a kind of evening of um, fun fun talks. We gathered all the teams. I needed to think about not about the work, not about project, not about all the serious stuff. We decided to dress whatever we want to during the meeting, all the bright colors, all the with a good mood, and we had a chat. We started to talk about our development, who wanted to speak, so the one could speak, about fun stories from the life, and whatever one could recollect from his or her life. So, and that was, after that party, I can say so, I wasn't exhausted anymore. So when you do not overload first your mind, so you cannot be exhausted. um, I don't know. And then the next day, everything was good. And so everything was structured just to empty, kind of like a computer, just to reload
Yes, yes,
your
yes.
head and
Have some fun.
to start move further.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me about what's your big vision for Spartan coming up in this next year or two? What's your big vision?
My big vision is success. Is success after success. Of course, I would like to be a Spartan to be recognized, and I want people to want to use it. And not only people, but I want to draw a lot of 500 Fortune companies, and I want to make it on demand for any industry in the world, even in government and educational and in healthcare, which is very important for us. I know why, but I stick to healthcare and put a lot of effort to start work with this industry because I think we can help. So, and I want people to be delighted and to be to be, how to say it, to be inspired probably about Spartan for the new steps of their work days, common life as well. So I want them to see a great, huge profit in what we are doing, and I want them to feel it as well, of course.
Good, good, good. I'm curious if your little self, little Tanya, were listening to this podcast, what would you tell her?
To Tanya, I would tell her, that's so funny question. That's so good. I would tell her to move forward, to stick to the goal she has, and not to be too much impressive with new ideas. Just to complete one and release it and show it to the public, the end point, and give the opportunity for people to try the product, and then start thinking about any kind of, waves, one or another side. So to collect the feedbacks and so on, not in between the process, just to stuck to the process and be more in one and the same direction.
So, if someone were watching this podcast and they were thinking about becoming a CEO of a new startup, a new company, what would be your words of advice to them?
Yes, I think that if there is only one person, it's CEO. Okay, so I would tell not to charge people according to your standards. I would advise be active, but not too pushy with people and team you're working with. And my advice is always see, notice, and inspire people's benefits and the work they are doing. To share the good points of one or another team person, whoever, or the company's goals in a productive way, and never pull out from your society. I can say so, working society. If some mess had happened inside, never take it out.
Great. Tanya
So
Yakhontova, thank you for being on Opening Pathways today. Tell the viewers how they can find you.
yes, sure. Thank you. First of all, thank you very much for invitation. For those people who watched this podcast till the end, I think I hope that you liked it. And the way to find me is via LinkedIn. Is very, very fast way for communication and to receive feedback. Is Tanya Yakhontova. And all my details you can see in my profile as well. And we have a website which is spartanshield.ai. So obviously it's easy to remember, like in the song. All my contacts are there as well as our roadmap and visits plans and attendance of different conferences. So everything you're interested in, you can find there at
Wonderful.
our website.
Wonderful. Tanya, thank you for being on Opening Pathways today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And to
I
my
wish you have a great
viewers,
day.
yes, and to my viewers, this is Tom Lenoble, and I'll see you next time.